Joke's on you, I'm not using the Wii Remote this time around. I'm using a GameCube controller. Because we're playing a Nintendo Wii title on this channel for the first time. In fact, we're playing the Wii title. It's not Mario Kart Wii, it's Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This is a game that set a quality standard for Smash, and I'm not necessarily talking about the gameplay. I'm talking about in presentation. Starting with this game, the massive soundtrack was scored by several different composers of video game fame, getting their hands all over Nintendo's classics. But that's not the only standard that Smash Brawl set. It broke the Nintendo barrier. Sonic the Hedgehog and Solid Snake were playable in Smash. Means this game was no longer Nintendo's All-Stars. It was video game All-Stars. And that means the sky's the limit for future entries. So yeah, aside from that, Brawl is still kind of the black sheep. It did have a decent single player in Subspace Emissary. Decent at least until you get to the Great Maze, and then your soul just dies. But as far as Brawl goes, it's still likable. There's no such thing as a bad Super Smash Bros. Game, so being the weak link in a world of Melee, Smash 4, and especially Ultimate is not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, we're gonna be talking about Brawl. We're gonna be talking about... Do you find that funny, Butthead? Do you find it amusing that we'll be talking about... We're not actually gonna be talking about Meta Knight, I just had to quote the Beavis and Butthead meme. We're actually going to be talking about... Luigi. Since he's the character we're going to use for this classic mode run.
Versus Sheik and Ganondorf.
So, classic mode themes are set in stone. You're gonna get your Legend of Zelda themed stage, you're gonna get your Metroid themed stage, you're gonna get your Pokemon themed stage. But what type you're gonna get depends on RNG. There's going to be several different variables, permutations, conditions, all that fun stuff. We're not gonna get too hectic. I'll just call out the themes when I see them. So Luigi, not that much different from Mario. He has a few quirks, like how his fireball travels. He has new special moves, like this uppercut! Boy, that punch got a lot of kick to it.
Versus Diddy Kong. Ready, go!
In any case, this is one of these stages that you'll be playing in classic mode. I mean, really, you can fight if you want, but I would rather survive. It doesn't get especially bad here. But as you start going through the stage and it starts to speed up, eventually it just becomes a race to survive the screen. Oh, I should not have run into that. So I'm gonna let Diddy Kong do his thing. Until that. So one of the neat things that Brawl introduced is Pokemon Trainer. In case you're getting tired of the sheer abundance of Pokemon in this game, we could just relegate them to one character. And one of the neat things that Brawl lets you do is it lets you choose the starting Pokemon. Normally, I believe it is Squirtle. But you also have Ivysaur, and you also have Charizard. Basically, all those Gen 1 Pokemon you wanted that weren't Pikachu, they're here. Sorry, Lucario. I like you in Ultimate, but a job's a job.
Versus Team Marth.
So here is one of the variables, the types of fighting it throws at you. A team battle. A team of one character. Several different Marths. Unlike in, say, Melee and 64, the amount of a particular team left is listed by number.
Break the targets.
And of course, break the targets are back. At any point, you can pause the game and see where the targets are, and sort of plan your route appropriately. There are items thrown about. We got a poison mushroom, clearly. These items can certainly help you. In some cases, they hindered me. But it's just an extra way to help clear the map. There we go.
Versus Giant King DDD. Ready, go!
This is definitely my favorite stage in Smash. The Battleship Halberd. The music is great because it's just Meta Knight's Revenge theme. And the visuals are great too. It does change forms eventually to, like, the combo cannon. Okay. This is a problem. He just refuses to die. He just refuses to die today! Thank you!
Versus Team Samus. Ready, go!
Oh, this is a bad sight for a team fight. So, much like every Metroid stage you know, lava is going to rise to not necessarily the top of the map, but it's going to make these middle platforms into a hazard space. The thing I like about whenever they include Samus, we have to make sure to include every suit we can. The fusion suit, the gravity suit, even the dark suit from Metroid Prime appears.
Versus Metal Captain Vulcan.
This is gonna be rough.
Ready, go!
least you get F-Zero X music. So yeah, metal forms, twice as heavy. I need this. He is impervious to the hammer! It constantly makes a... like, I don't know the sound. I'm blanking. It ain't gonna be easy to land that. We had to go for it.
Versus Luigi. Ready, go!
Alright, gotta face myself. In basically World 1-2. So we're just gonna play Super Mario Brothers Versus mode for a sec here. Alright, more platforming. Need to focus on knocking him out from the side. There we go.
Versus Giant Hit. Ready, go!
Giant matches are not necessarily my favorite, I'll admit that. Not necessarily my favorite because of sequences like this! In some cases, it feels like they knock themselves out more than you do.
Versus Snake. Ready, go!
Alright. The Snake's thing is his arsenal. He will throw grenades across the way, he will throw rockets at you, he will use CQC. I am pretty sure this game was out before Metal Gear Solid 4 was. So including a Metal Gear Solid 4 theme was a nice touch. Have a nice trip, Snake. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ready, go!
Alright. So, you get 2 break the target stages on your way through classic mode. Alright, get back over there. Did we forget one? Yeah, we did. We'll grab it on the way. Alright, get back on the spring.
Complete.
Alright.
Versus Yoshi Ice Climbers.
And now we get to the penultimate stage, which is a 4-player brawl.
Ready, go!
Basically gotta be the last man standing. I would like to focus on Bowser because he's gonna be the heaviest and thus the biggest problem. But I will take that. That worked out really well! We didn't even have to knock the Yoshi out. And now we get to the final stage. Against Master Hand. If you played 64 or Melee, most of his tricks won't surprise you. Thank God I have guard. Ooh, lucky. Alright, note yourself, no uppercuts. Alright. Still an easy fight. Nothing too bad as long as you know how to dodge and guard. A kingdom all his own. So as for the credits sequence, not only is it a lot slower to manage, but you get rapid fire! Rapid fire for taking all of these heads with you. So, in any case, that is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Like I said, this game still gets a bit of flack compared to, well, every other entry in the franchise at this point. But most of that flack comes from a competitive standpoint. And yeah, things like tripping and the introduction of the final Smash, kind of outside convention. But the unthinkable crossovers that Super Smash Bros. Developed,
Congratulations!
you have Super Smash Bros. Brawl to thank for most of those. Let's see if we can actually get Toon Link on here. That would be nice.
Let's
3,
go.
2, 1, go!
So this is how you would normally unlock characters outside of Subspace Emissary. You play Classic Mode, you clear it, you fight them. You basically play a normal game of Smash. God damn it. Not today, Toon Link. Not today.